Welcome, fans, to the final game of the stadium here at Palm Springs Stadium for the 2025 California Winter League season. Of course, there's another game going on the backfield. We'll tell you a bit more about that. But for us from the booth here, Joey Miller alongside me, Stephen Buxton. We're getting ready to see a matchup of the top of the standings for the second time this season. It'll be Team China, 14-3 coming into today, versus the Canada A's, coming in at 12-3, the 1-2 seeds that have already clinched, meaning that they will both advance to the semifinals on Saturday. Playoffs start this afternoon. We'll also be on the broadcast taking you through it. It'll be the Grizzly versus the Bombers in the wild card game to determine who advances to the quarterfinals on Friday and whose season ends this afternoon. However, with this game, despite these two teams clinching the semifinals, there are some playoff implications. Whichever team wins this game will clinch the number one seed. The Canada A's are a game behind of Team China, and despite the game difference between games played, the win percentage is what matters. So if the Canada A's beat Team China today, like they did in their first matchup not too long ago, they will clinch the one seed. The one seed will play the winner of the quarterfinals between the Chill and the winner of this afternoon's wild card game between the Bombers and the Grizzly, the 6 and 7 seed. The loser of this morning's game will play the winner of the Power and the Blue Sox on Friday. That actually is a matchup happening on the backfield right now. The 4 and 5 seeds have clinched those spots, but it's just a game on the backfield to determine who gets home field advantage in that game on Friday. So the loser of this game will play the winner of Friday's quarterfinal on the backfield between the Power and the Blue Sox. These two Titanic offenses for the 2025 California Winter League season that we're about to see here match up today battled only once, like I mentioned prior to today, on February 3rd. The A's beat Team China in a tightrope 2-1 squabble, resulting in China's second loss of the season. Matthew Warren hit a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the fourth. Donnie Goods and Alejandro Izquierdo kept the Chinese offense lifeless through the next 3 innings after that go-ahead home run. And then the A's became the last team with one loss after Team China fell to their second loss that day until they lost to the Chill, coincidentally, the next day. Today, it'll be a similar slate of especially pitchers. The starting pitcher for the Canada A's is Donnie Goods, who played in their last matchup. And he should be followed by Anthony Cias and Alejandro Izquierdo. It should be kind of a quick day because they did just lose one of their best arms, Ethan Smith, who pitched yesterday. That's his final appearance in the California Winter League season. I believe he had to go home. I believe he also got an offer as well. We'll take you through some lineups in a bit, but we've known this, Stephen, to be these titans of the California Winter League season in terms of offenses. Both of these teams lead in a lot of the big offensive categories. Who are some players to look out for today in what could be a very tight matchup?
Yeah, for the A's, it's fairly straightforward. You're just looking at the top of that lineup: Juan Francis, Dane Simon, Sam Ruda, Stan King. Really up and down the lineup, there's a lot of guys who will produce, but you got to put the eye on Sam Ruda, who yesterday, for the first time I think all season, did not reach base. He went 0 for 3, flew out to left field twice, struck out once, and it was a uncharacteristic day for the A's offense yesterday. They scored just 2 runs against the Chill.
Yeah, Sam Ruda has kind of been on a downward trend a little bit. His last 2 games, only 1 for 7 and 4 strikeouts. He's going to try and pick himself up today. He did do well against Team China the last time these two faced. Canada, the away team, is taking the field currently for what will be the top of the first coming up soon here. And we'll take you through lineups, tell you a bit more about Donnie Goods on the mound. Following 3 national anthems, we will step aside here as we get ready for the final stadium matchup between the number 1 and the number 2 seed. We'll see who gets which here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium on this Wednesday morning. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton getting ready for first pitch, soon to come underway out of the hands of Donnie Goods, the lefty for the Canada A's, facing off against Team China. These two teams facing off for the second time this season. The first time they faced off, it was a 2-1 victory. The Canada A's took that one over Team China in that low-scoring affair. Donnie Goods on the mound, 2-0 on the season, including a game against Team China where he took his second win of the year. in a 3-inning appearance. He gave up 1 run, the only run that Team China scored that game, as a matter of fact, and 4 hits in those 3 innings. Otherwise, he's been doing quite well. All it takes for Donnie Goods to perform well in an outing seems to be to limit the walks, control the zone. I know we've kind of said that across the board, across a lot of these pitchers in the California Winter League season, but he's got 10 walks in 12 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, and he's holding an ERA just under 6.5. We'll take you through the Team China's lineup real quick as they get ready to face off against this lefty. Out of the top of the lineup that we typically see them in, Hu Tianwan and Jingwen Bin are not in the starting lineup as of now. From what I'm told, Hu Tianwan took one to the leg yesterday and is just trying to get a day off. He might appear at some point in this game. We will see. But leading things off for Team China is Liang Pei, who steps up to the batter's box, the center fielder today. He'll be followed by his catcher, Li Ning, and then the DH, Chen Jiaji. Take you down the lineup card a little bit more, but first let's get ready for first pitch. The final game of the season between the 1 and 2 seeds to determine who takes the top spot of the regular season. The first pitch misses low and inside for ball 1. We are underway at 10:02 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in if you're here with us on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Goods from the stretch. Fires the next pitch. This one lifted in the air towards right center field. Deontay Jackson is ranging back. It gets over his head and heads towards the wall. It's picked up by the center fielder, Francis, and sticking at second on a leadoff double. Liang Pei stands aboard with a great chance for Team China to strike first.
Yeah, and China getting on top of Goods early. He's coming off of a really tough start. It's been boom or bust for Donnie Goods. It's either a great outing, he basically allows 1 or 0 runs, or he had an outing or 2 outings against the Power where he really got beat up. Last time out, 5 earned runs in just an inning. It's really ballooning his ERA. If you take out his Power starts, he's been really good this season.
Here comes Li Ning, surprisingly high in the batting order for where he's typically ranged around the middle to lower part of the batting order. He takes ball 1 first outside by Goods, another southpaw. Goods now from the third base side of the rubber. Fires the 1-0. This one fouled back, and it's an even 1-1 count. Li Ning, the lefty, last time he faced the A's, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks. He's batting .333 on the season. A runner at second in the top of the first here with the leadoff double by Liang Pei. The next pitch, again, just barely got a piece of it and fouled off to the backstop there. It's strike 2. Team China has had so much success in games where they can score first, especially in the first inning. They like to come in screaming if they can. Goods looks back a couple times at Liang Pei at second. Fires the next pitch low and away. It's an even count at 2 apiece. Nobody out here. The defensive arrangement for the outfield from left to right, it's Matthew Warren in left field, Juan Francis in center, Deontay Jackson in right. The infield after this pitch, the 2-2. This one on the ground towards the right side. It's picked up by the first baseman, Stan King. He'll grab it and get out number 1 unassisted, but it advances the runner. Liang Pei just 90 feet away from scoring this game's first run.
Yeah, and that's what makes China so dangerous, that they get the leadoff runner on and then they just get productive outs. No matter what, they're at least moving runners over. And now they've got the first run of the game 90 feet away going into the heart of their lineup.
Chen Jiaji, the DH, swings and misses at a fastball that rides high. He's behind 0-1. The infield at third base is Sam Ruda, the shortstop, Jorge Colon, Dane Simon at second, and as we just mentioned, Stan King at first base. This one on the ground towards the third baseman, Ruda. He'll have no play at home. He'll fire onto first for the easy out, but he'll exchange an out for a run as Team China has just scored first. It's 1-0 China in the top of the first. An RBI ground out for Chen Jiaji. And the second out of this inning clears up the bases for Zhu Yi, one of the newcomers in the second half of the California Winter League season. Did not face off against the A's last time they saw each other. A half-hearted swing and a miss. He did not look like he wanted to go around there, but he did. He committed to it. It's an 0-1 count. Goods now firing the 0-1. This one off the handle sounded like a broken bat to Sam Root on a one-hop. He fires onto first, and there's out number 3. Donnie Goods faces 4 batters, allows the leadoff double to score, and Team China takes the 1-0 advantage heading into the bottom of the first here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We're back here at Palm Springs Stadium heading into the bottom of the first. Team China has just struck first with a 1-0 lead. The leadoff double by Liang Pei comes around to score on an RBI ground out by Chen Jiaji. And for the Canada A's, the home team today, they'll face off against Suo Zhudi, coming in for his 8th appearance of the California Winter League season, his 3rd start as well. He's kind of been used all throughout the game as a middle reliever, as a closer. He does have a save this season, 11 1/3 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts in those innings. As the first pitch is delivered and in there for a called strike 1 to Juan Francis, the switch-hitting center fielder for the Canada A's. He'll be followed by Dane Simon and Sam Ruda in the top 3 of this lineup. The next pitch misses. Low and inside. It's 1-1 on Juan Francis. The middle 3 will be Stan King, Jorge Colon, and Matthew Warren. Matthew Warren with some success on Team China the last time these two faced. We'll tell you more about it when he gets up to the plate. This one knocked into right field down the line. That'll fall for a base hit. Juan Francis rounding first and challenging the arm of Yi into second. He is safe with a slide-in double, just like Team China. A leadoff double for the Canada A's.
I love the approach by Francis right there. You know, you just got hit in the first inning, a run by China off a leadoff double, and right there, Juan Francis had a borderline hit in the corner over there that he could have tried to go for 2. He could have settled for 1, but he's part of that really speedy outfield for the A's, and he was thinking 2 right out of the box and gets in time.
Well, speaking of speedy people, Dane Simon, Canada A's leader in stolen bases, takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Dane Simon has 10 stolen bases on the season. He's 2nd in the league, just short of the Alberta Grizzly Josh Roberts at 11. When he gets on, he gets over. Suo Zhudi looks back at Francis. The bunt is applied down the third baseline. It goes foul. Dane Simon rushing up the first base line. But now an even 1-1 count. He'll have to jog back and reset here. Guy in the on-deck circle, Sam Maruda, setting up his bat for when he returns to the batter's box. I mentioned the middle part of the lineup. The final part of this Canada A's lineup, rounding out the bottom three, will be Deontay Jackson, Jed Downham, and Daisuke Fukuda. Fukuda's in the DH spot today. He was in the leadoff spot yesterday, struggled a little bit, so he gets pushed down a few notches. And for the outfield for Team China, it's going to be Dunan in left field. Liang Pei came around to score the first run for Team China, 1-0 over the A's. He's in center field. And Zhu Yi in right field. A quick turnaround check-in on Juan Francis at second. Dane Simon back in the batter's box, ready to get back to action. The 1-1. Changeup misses outside. It's a 2-1 count on Dane Simon. The infield for Team China at third base from left to right, it's going to be Zhang Mingjin. Shortstop, it's going to be Wu Qiri. Luo Jinjun at second, and Li Yu Yang at first. Behind the plate is Li Ning. And the next pitch is fouled off. Down the right field side, gets out of play. An even 2-2 count on Dane Simon with a runner in scoring position. Chance to strike first here with no outs off of Suo Zhudi. Zhudi comes set. And now delivers the 2-2. There's a swing and a miss. Zhudi gets the first strikeout of the game and gets Dane Simon to head back to the dugout. Out number one brings up the heavy-hitting lefty Sam Maruda. With one out, Sam Maruda, as we mentioned in the pregame show, has been on a little bit of a slump, at least for his standards. 1 for 7 in his last 2 games, 4 strikeouts, but also struggled against Team China his last and only time that he's faced them, 0 for 2 in that game with a strikeout and a walk. There's a fastball that hits the outer corner for strike 1.
And that just tells you how good his season's been. He's won for his last 7, but still at the top of really almost every Winter League leaderboard for offensive stats.
Suo Zhudi, again, double takes back to second and fires a curveball in there for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count on Sam Maruda, like you said. Leads the league in average and RBIs. He's second in the league in walks and hits. This guy's just been an offensive power threat. He sat in kind of that 3 or 4 spot, depending on what Nochi, the manager of the Canada A's, Paul Nochi, feels on the day. Sam Maruda fouls the next pitch back into the screen. The count remains 0-2. With one out here and a runner at second base.
And when you're coming off a little bit of a slump, I know it's not exactly who you want to face in China, but it's the right kind of pitcher because none of these guys throw any or allow any walks. They're going to see a lot of pitches to hit.
This one off the end of the bat. It'll get out of play. Heading towards the concession stand on the third base side. 4 pitches, all strikes out of the hands of Suo Zhudi. Things reset here. 1 hit each. Both leadoff doubles for both red and white teams. The 0-2 misses well outside. Pulled out of the hands of Zhudi. And the first ball in this at-bat is recorded. Not too much of a shift to speak of, but the second baseman, Jin Jun, is on the edge of the grass where it meets the dirt. Next pitch fouled back third base side again. Really doing his best to stay alive here. Next pitch will be the 7th in this at-bat. Checking in on the backfield game after 3. It's 3-1 power over the Blue Sox. There's a swing and a miss. Zhudi wins the battle, gets back-to-back strikeouts, and a chance to leave the runner stranded and get the shutdown inning, he'll have to face Stan King, the Georgia native. Stan King had a really successful day against Team China last time, went 2 for 2, both extra base hits. He can get around those bases if he pokes something to the outfield. He's got some speed, which is surprising for a cleanup spot kind of guy who hits for power. He takes the first pitch, a curveball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, the A's are one of the faster teams in the league as far as just pure sprint speed out of their hitters. Not quite as fast as the Chill top to bottom, but they've got some really good athletes all over.
There's a swing and a miss, gets him to chase on the 85-mile-per-hour heater. Kind of moving away from the righty arm side. It's a righty on lefty matchup. Paul Noce paired up his 2 power lefties. He typically does around the 3 and 4 spot. He's got 2 more following him in the lineup in Warren and Downham. The next pitch misses in the dirt, kicks away from Ning, allowing Juan Francis to advance on the wild pitch. Did keep it in front of him, but with the speedster in Juan Francis, he gets over. Juan Francis has 7 stolen bases on the year. That won't count, though. And now just 90 feet away from tying up this ball game. Stan King has a chance to do it, but there are 2 outs here. The 2-1 count. Curveball swung on and missed. Great pitch to go to, a kind of a curveball that sat upstairs. Had some good break there, about a foot. Judy settles in, and now here's the 2-2. Misses just above the letters. The count runs full.
Yeah, Joey, Stan King is a guy who's just such a constant in this lineup, hitting .344, and he just puts the ball in play more than almost anyone in this league.
11 for 32 at-bats prior. There's a swing and a miss. Suo Judi gets 3 straight strikeouts after the leadoff walk, all swinging, and ends the first inning. Team China with the shutdown inning. They're up 1-0 over the Canada A's as we send it to the second here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
We are through 1. Team China takes the 1-0 lead. Both half frames included a leadoff double, but in the case of the Canada A's, they could not put Juan Francis to the plate. There's strike 1 called on Li Yu Yang, who leads off the second inning. The first baseman for Team China faced off against the A's, went 1 for 2 as he takes the next pitch outside for ball 1, and even 1-1 count. Li Yu Yang, in that game against the A's, he was one of the 2 China players with a triple this season. Chen Jiaji, he has 2 of them. This one plunks Yu Yang in the leg as he walks it off and heads to first. The first free base of the game on a hit by pitch. And now, again, the leadoff man aboard for Team China for Luo Jinjun, who has been tapering off a little bit, more known for his defense, the second baseman. 4 for 31, batting a 129 there. Got a hit in his last game played on Wednesday versus the Grizzly, breaking a 6-game hitless streak. The righty steps up. He shows bunt. He bunts it right back. Almost gets into our press box here. Misses us by just about 6 inches. And there's strike one. Team China playing small ball like we know them to do, with a runner at first and nobody out. They have the 1-0 advantage over the Canada A's. This bunt does not get fair. It falls behind the batter's box, and it's quickly an 0-2 count. Luo Jinjun eliminating the possibility of getting Li Yu Yang over to second base.
And we talked about yesterday, Brandon and I, how this China team has been starting to hit for some power recently instead of playing the small ball. And then basically the moment we said that, they started pulling off bunts. They pulled off a couple slashes and just manufactured runs on their way to walking off against the Bombers in extra innings.
There's a foul tip. The count remains 0-2. You were mentioning the power, that being of the guy standing at first base, a good example of that, hitting Team China's first and only home run all season, a 378-foot bomb in the first game yesterday. The next pitch fouled again, this time out of play. Still 0-2 on Luo Jinjun. Again, just sitting about 71 points behind the Mendoza line. A rarity that you see with Team China, who just tends to get on base any way they can. And again, fouls this one off the opposite way for the righty facing this lefty. All strikes in 5 pitches against Donnie Goods. Outfield kind of ranging a bit in, but still around middle depth. This Canada A's outfield has some great arms here. As the first pitch finally misses for ball one, or rather the first ball misses. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat. It's a 1-2 count. Leadoff man at first on the hit by pitch. There's no outs, and it's 1-0. Team China here in the top of the second. There's a swing and a miss. Just got him on the outside corner, got him to chase. There's Donnie Goods' first strikeout of the day. And with 1 out, that brings up Du Nan. Du Nan went 0 for 3 against the A's back on February 3rd. Also under the Mendoza line, 6 for 34 at-bats coming into today. He shows bunt early, but pulls back. It's called for strike one.
He did have 2 hits yesterday in the game against the Bombers, though. 2 for 3, scored a run, and he walked as well.
Coming off his second multi-hit day of the season. Starting to pick up his bat as the season races towards the playoffs. Next pitch misses inside for ball one. Those playoffs that begin this afternoon. The wild card game between the 6 and 7 seed teams will be the Grizzly and the Bombers. Bombers with the home field advantage will be on the call here. This game's playoff implications really only matters for who wants the number 1 seed. Both of these teams have locked in their spot in the semifinals, which will take place on Saturday. There will be a day off tomorrow in the anticipation of some rain. We already see a lot of clouds today as Donnie Goods sends the ball over to first base to check in on Li Yu Yang, just to keep him honest. The count's 1-1, there's 1 out, and it's a 1-0 game. Team China leads in the top of the second. The next pitch to Du Nan is swung on and missed. There's a stolen base by Li Yu Yang with no throw. It seemed that Jed Downham behind the plate was kind of unaware that he was already basically 3/4 of the way down by the time the pitch reached Jed Downham. Nice jump there by Li Yu Yang. Now a runner in scoring position on a 1-2 count. There's a pitch, rings him up. Dunan absolutely frozen as it cuts across the zone from the left-handed side of the batter's box to the right. There's strikeout number 2. The first backwards K that we can check in our scorebook today. Out number 2, and a runner at second still for Zhang Mingjin in the 8th spot today. Team leader in strikeouts. He does not want to follow suit to the previous 2 batters. He takes ball 1. Zhang Mingjin, 12 for 44, batting a solid .273. 13 strikeouts on the year. He swings and misses. Ball kicks away from Jed Downham. That allows Li Yu Yang to advance to third on the pass ball there.
Mingjin went 1 for 3, had the only run driven in against the A's the last time these two met.
And he did that off of this same pitcher. He has a chance to do it again with a runner in scoring position at third. He fouls this one off towards the on-deck circle. It's a 1-2 count, that on-deck circle spot being taken up by Woo Kier Rui, who will look to see if he gets an at-bat. But Donnie Goods just 1 strike away from getting out of the top of the second. The 1-2. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts, just like his counterpart, Shuo Zhidi, getting out of it after allowing the leadoff man aboard with a hit-by pitch, leaving him stranded at third base. Nevertheless, the score remains in favor of Team China. 1-0 heading into the bottom of the second here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the second, and Team China fails to score in their second time through. 3 straight strikeouts after a leadoff hit by pitch from Donnie Goods by Li Yu Yang, who came around to third base and was left stranded, much like the Canada A's had in their situation against Shuo Zhidi in the bottom of the first. A leadoff double by Juan Francis came around to third, did not score after 3 straight strikeouts. Shuo Zhidi got out of it in 21 pitches. He'll face Jorge Colon for the first time today, who hits it on the ground on the first pitch to the second baseman, Jin Jun. Fires on to Yu Yang at first for a quick out number 1.
I know they haven't been able to do a ton so far. We're through an inning and a third, obviously, but the A's just look like they're trying to snap what was a kind of a bad taste in their mouth after yesterday. Just 2 runs against the Chill, trying to just attack this China pitching staff right away.
The Chill were originally supposed to have a game today, but instead they get a day off and finish their regular season getting ready for the postseason. Their next game will be on Friday as they've locked down the 3 seed. The first pitch hits for strike 1, a called strike 1 on Matthew Warren. who takes another pitch, but this time misses. It's a 1-1 count on the lefty, who is responsible for the win over Team China the last time these two faced. Takes the next pitch low and in. It's 2-1 as Shuo Zhudi working fast here with one out and nobody on. Matthew Warren sent one over the right field wall to get the go-ahead solo home run. In that 2-1 victory, Warren pops one up down the third base side in foul territory. The third baseman, Ming Jin, comes over and grabs it for out number 2. Actually, was that Ming Jin? That might have been the shortstop cutting over. I think that might have been Kirui. We'll call it like we see it. That's going to be Kirui. That's out number 2. Deontay Jackson stepping up to the plate now with 2 outs and nobody on. Did not face off against China their first time they faced each other. He takes the fastball high for ball 1. Deontay Jackson, the 33-year-old from California. He's gone 6 for 31 on the season, just sitting under the Mendoza line right now by 6 points at 194. Hits this one in the air towards center field. Backing up a ways is Pei, backpedaling. He'll make the grab for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Zhudi, and we send it to the third. Still 1-0 Team China over the Canada A's here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Through 2 here at Palm Springs Stadium. Team China has the 1-0 lead. They scored first in the top of the first. And heading into the top of the third will be the 9-spot hitter, Wu Kirui. Today's shortstop batting from the left side. Cutting in on the infield grass is the third baseman, Sam Ruda. As he shows bunt, it's bunted foul, third base side. Good idea for the defensive alignment here by Paul Nochi. It's an 0-1 count on Wu Kirui, who did not face off against the A's. He's kind of a newcomer. He made his debut this California Winter League season, becoming the pinch runner in the first sudden death of the California Winter League season last Wednesday versus the Chill. He takes the next pitch low for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. In that game, he came around to score an infield walk-off single by Zhu Suodong, who is not in the lineup today. Again, showing bunt, but pulling back. It misses outside for ball 2. Donnie Goods now at 32 pitches. We'll try and be limited here as Anthony Cias is in the pen, likely to take over if things get out of hand. This one misses way up and in. A little chin music there to wake up Wu Kirui on this fine Wednesday morning. It's a 2-2 count.
And Curie, one of the newcomers.
3-1.
He's one of the newcomers for China, and he's made it count. He's got 6 hits in his last 4 games. He's hitting .412 coming into today's game.
Next pitch misses outside on the 3-1 count, and there's the first walk of the game. Another free base that Donnie Goods has given up to the leadoff runner, or leadoff batter, I should say, and a dangerous one at that to have on the base paths. Brings up Liang Pei, who has the lone hit for Team China today, and also the lone run he came around to score. So leadoff double to right center. Liang Pei went 0 for 4 against the A's last time. He takes the first pitch low for ball 1. 1-0 Team China. They're looking to add some insurance here. Here in the top of the third, nobody out. Next pitch misses outside. It's a 2-0 count on Pei. Typically we see Pei in around the 3 to 5 spot, but with the traditional top 2 out of the lineup today for Team China, he's in the leadoff spot. The righty takes the pitch low and inside. It's a 3-0 count. Back-to-back batters with a 3-ball count off of Donnie Goods, and at risk of back-to-back free bases to start off the third inning. Goods looks over at Kirui at first. The 3-0. This one just hits the lower corner. Outside on the righty. A 3-1 count. Liang Pei did hit a home run in the World Baseball Classic game. Team China looking to qualify for their next World Baseball Classic appearance just after this season. And next week in Tucson, Arizona, as the pitch misses inside. Back-to-back walks issued to Kirui and Liang Pei, two of some of the faster base runners for Team China now on the base path. Brings up Li Ning. And now Paul Nochi will have to take a mound visit here. Sam Ruda, the first one to come up to Donnie Goods as the entire infield convenes. Runners at first and second, nobody out on back-to-back walks to start off the top of the third. Does not appear to be going to the pen immediately. It'll be Li Ning due up. He moved over Liang Pei back in the first inning.
Yeah, right.
Liang Pei came over to third.
Right now it looks like Nochi's just trying to talk to them about how they're going to pitch Li Ning and possible first or possible plays for the infield, because I never saw Nochi reach out his hand or anything or look really even remotely demanding of trying to get the ball out of Donnie Goods' hand. It wasn't even really a conversation.
No, and I don't think at this point in the game he would do that to one of his starters that he's really trusted throughout this season. Showing bunt early is Li Ning, who pops it up and into the glove of Jed Downham in foul territory. There's out number 1 on a failed bunt attempt.
One of the rare China miscues when you see them trying to play small ball. Just honestly probably their worst bunt attempt of the season, and it throws Donnie Goods a bone right there.
Brings up Chen Jiaji. Got the RBI ground out to third base. His first time up in the first inning. Pitch misses low for ball 1. Runners at first and second for Team China, who lead 1-0 over the Canada A's in the top of the third. One out here. Donnie Goods comes set on the third base side of the rubber still. The 1-0 count, swung on and missed. Nice fastball away. Chen Jiaji just trying to golf at it. He saw a fastball and he took a hack. Wu Kirui, the lead runner, he's speedy. If he gets something in the gap, that's danger. Next pitch fouled back into the backstop. It's a 2-strike count on Chen Jiaji. 14 for 44 on the season. He's batting over 300, but he does have 11 strikeouts in those 44 at-bats. does not have a hit to speak of against the Canada A's. He went 0 for 2 with a strikeout last time these two faced. As the next pitch misses low and in the dirt. Nice job keeping it in front of him is Jed Downham. As the count runs to 2-2. Only one hit for each team. None this inning and none from either team since the first inning. Goods takes a long look back at second and fires. Quick pitch. Gets him to swing and miss on a pitch inside. That's out number 2, the 4th strikeout of the day for Donnie Goods. And a big second out brings up Zhu Yi, the last hope to punch across a runner in scoring position. They left one stranded at third base in the second inning. Team China not comfortable with a 1-0 lead. As the next pitch misses outside, the first pitch to Zhu Yi in this at-bat. A 1-0 count. He ended the first inning on a 5-3. Goods looks back at Kirui a couple times at second, and now the 1-0. So one hard hit down the right field line goes foul into the bullpen, where there appears to be a righty warming up, likely to give way is Suo Zhu, today's starter, who got through 2 innings, 28 pitches. They might actually keep Suo Zhu out on the mound. He has 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings. We'll see, though. It's a 1-1 count now on Yi. Next pitch misses outside. Ahead of the count now is the lefty Yi. Lefty on lefty matchup. There are 5 lefties in this lineup for Team China facing off against a lefty. Spread out all the way from the 1 through 9 spot. The 2-1. This one hits. It's a bit high and outside there, but it still hits for strike 2. Donnie Goods a chance to get 3 straight outs after walking the first 2 in the top of the 3rd here. It'll be Deuces Wild. There's a swing and a miss. Got him to chase a pitch on the outside corner. Another strikeout, his 5th of the day. And we send it to the bottom of the 3rd with Team China still on top, leaving 2 stranded. Team China 1-0 over the Canada A's. A's trying to bite back and see if they can start a spark here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Team China up 1-0 over the Canada A's to determine who gets the number 1 seed and who gets the number 2 seed. Both teams advancing to the semifinals, which will take place on Saturday. Suo Zhu is back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Typically, we don't see Team China throwing out a pitcher for 3 innings. It's typically been consistent with Group A and Group B we see on concurrent days. Jed Downham gets his first plate appearance of the day. He swings and misses on a looping curveball in there for strike one. Would have been called strike one regardless. Just missed it there. Did not play against China the last time. He fouls the next pitch back. Quickly 0-2. Now on Downham. 30 pitches so far for Suo Zhidi here in the bottom of the third. Rocks back and fires the 0-2. This one down the first baseline, fair. Nice stop there by Yu Yang. He'll step on first for out number one. Good play there. Brings up Daisuke Fukuda, the DH. The last man of the starting 18 to not get a plate appearance. Also did not play against China last time these two faced off against each other. He's 7 for 30 with a 3-game hitting streak coming into today. Zhidi misses low and outside for ball one.
Yeah, Fukuda has 4 hits in his last 3 games, 2 of them in that comeback win against the Blue Sox where he drove in 3.
He swings and misses. Had a nice off-speed pitch there that cuts up and in. It's a 1-1 count on the DH. The 1-1. There's a fastball that hits the inner corner. It's a 1-2 count now on Fukuda. Wind softly pushing out from left to right. Bit of a colder day here at Palm Springs Stadium as the next pitch misses outside and high for ball 2. Starting pitch, first pitch was around 59, 60 degrees this morning. Starting to cool off as we head into mid-February. Next pitch missing just outside, wanting the call was Ning, who held it. But the count goes full. For the first time today, Suo Zhidi has a 3-ball count on one of the 9 batters he's faced. This one to the first baseman, Yu Yang. Again, a nice stop as it's on the ground. Keeps it in front of him for another 3 unassisted. Out number 2, and it's back to the top of the lineup in Juan Francis, who kicked things off in the bottom of the first with the lone hit that the Canada A's have on Team China today. 1-0. Team China has the advantage. However, the past 2 innings, Team China has left a runner stranded in scoring position. This one, first pitch on the ground towards the second baseman. Jin Jun picks it up and fires on to first on the transfer there. For out number 3, another 1-2-3 inning for Suo Zhidi. That's 9 straight retired after that double from Francis that did not score. And we are now through 3 with Team China, the 1-0 lead over the Canada A's here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. We send it into the 4th. Team China has the 1-0 lead after they scored in the top of the first. Nobody has scored since. As a matter of fact, nobody has even gotten a hit since the first inning. 2 clean innings from Donnie Goods and Suo Jeudi, today's starters, but the day is over for Donnie Goods as he finishes 3 innings of work in this start today. Gave up that 1 hit that came around to score. Run earned and 2 walks back-to-back that led off the 3rd inning. And 5 strikeouts, an impressive start for Donnie Goods, but his team still trails as Team China will look to bite back, or bite forward, I should say. As the first pitch misses low for ball 1 for the new pitcher, it is Anthony Cias. We've seen a couple times so far come in for the Canada A's, a local guy. He gets strike 1 called on Li Yu Yang, who sits at a 1-1 count to lead off the 4th. Next pitch misses high and inside. It's a 2-1 count. Li Yu Yang got hit by the pitch to lead off the top of the 2nd. Came around to 3rd but did not score. The next pitch misses outside, and now it's a 3-1 count. Cias is a pitcher that works lightning fast, that barely gives us a chance to tell you a little bit about him. This one off the end of the bat, 1 hop. It's knocked down by Simon. He quickly tries to throw onto first. It's not in time. It'll be an infield single. And the second hit of the day, the second leadoff hit of the day for Team China. And a runner aboard again in the leadoff spot for the 3rd straight inning for Team China.
Yeah, hard grounder to second. Simon kind of in between hops, decides to go back onto the grass and wait on it, and got a bad hop, was kind of on top of it with his glove, collected it, and gave it a good shot, but Yu Yang just beat it out.
Bunt shown pulled back as the pitch misses outside for ball 1 on Luo Jinjun. Faced a mighty battle against Donnie Goods in his first plate appearance. Struck out swinging on a 1-2 count with 3 foul balls in that at-bat. He shows bunt again and pulls back as the pitch misses high. Jed Downham pops up, trying to see if he can backpick Li Yu Yang, who stays relatively close to first base. Team China trying to move a runner into scoring position. It's a 2-0 count. Cias, the lefty, fires. The bunt is down the first base line. Cias picks it up onto first. That'll be a successful sacrifice to get Li Yu Yang over to second into scoring position. Nice little 1-3 sack bunt. And the first out here in the 4th inning. Du Nan steps up to the plate. A strikeout victim of Donnie Goods, one of his 5. And the only one a backwards K that froze him on the outside edge. He'll face another lefty in Cias. Cias, this is his 6th appearance in the California Winter League this season. Again, the bunt shown, but it's a called strike 1 as the pitch reaches the glove of Jed Downham. 1-0 Team China. They have a runner in scoring position, a chance to add their 2nd. As the next pitch loops in there, and strike 2 called on Team China's left fielder, Du Nan. Cias holds his set and now fires the 0-2. There's strike 3. Du Nan is frustrated right now as that's back-to-back backwards Ks on some calls outside of the zone there that he did not like. That's out number 2 in the first strikeout of the day for Anthony Cias. Bringing up Zhang Mingjin, batting from the right side. The 8th spot ended the inning on a strikeout back in the 2nd. As he fouls this one into the plate for strike 1. And that kind of concluded a 3 straight strikeout stretch by Donnie Goods that left Li Yu Yang at 3rd. Li Yu Yang currently is at 2nd base. Cias fires the 0-1. Swings on top of that one. Couldn't catch up to an off speed there. It's 0-2. Rather, he was sitting fastball. A bit too eager. Good amount of space up the middle. As Dane Simon at second base is closer to right field on the edge of the grass. The pitch misses. It's ball one. It's a 1-2 count on Zhang Ming Jin. Zhang Ming Jin now 14 strikeouts on the regular season. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Their strikeout number 15 as he goes 0 for 2 so far to start off the game. Back-to-back strikeouts bookend the top of the fourth. For the third straight inning, Team China leaves a runner in scoring position, but they still hold the 1-0 lead as we send it to the bottom of the fourth here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Team China still struggling to get a runner in scoring position around for the third straight inning. And for all four of the innings that they have batted, they have gotten the leadoff man aboard and only scored once of those four tries. It's 1-0. Team China has the advantage over the Canada A's here at Palm Springs Stadium. And for the second at-bat is Dane Simon leading things off in the bottom of the fourth, who takes ball one off of Suo Zhidi into his fourth inning of work. Kicks back and fires from the full. The 1-0. There's a big swing and a miss. Fastball challenged him high. Just swung and missed it. Dane Simon became the third A's player to hit a home run on Monday's win over the Blue Sox. The Blue Sox on the backfield currently against the Power. There's a called strike two on Simon, who struck out swinging back in the first inning. One of the three strikeout victims that Suo Zhidi had, all of which took place in the first inning. There's a curveball that he turns on. It's softly hit into left center. Ranging back and backpedaling is Ki Rui, the shortstop, who grabs it for out number one. That brings up Sam Ruda. Base is clear, and there's going to be a mound visit here for the coach of Team China. He's looking down to the bullpen, but there's no action here. So actually, he's grabbing the ball from Suo Zhidi. There's going to be a mid-inning pitching change with a runner, with no runners. We'll be right back here as we get you the name on this new pitcher for Team China. 1-0. China has the advantage over the Canada A's here in the bottom of the fourth on the California Winter League YouTube channel. One out here in the bottom of the fourth, and Li Wei gives way to Zhao Wei after Shuo Zhidi goes 3 1/3, getting the first out here in the bottom of the fourth, where Team China has the 1-0 lead over the Canada A's. The fight for the number 1 seed to conclude their 2025 California Winter League season. Nobody has scored since the top of the first, where Team China got the first run of the game, and it's Sam Ruda to face the new arm. It's a lefty in Zhao Wei. We'll get you the full line when we get it. But Shuo Zhidi finishes his day with 3 strikeouts and has retired everybody since the leadoff double back in the bottom of the first. The first pitch is fouled off to the third base side, just beyond the bleachers for strike 1. Sam Ruda struck out swinging back in that first inning. The 0-1 count. This one hit in the air towards center field. Coming over to his right is Pei to make the grab for out number 2.
And Joey, we were a little bit shocked that we saw a Chinese pitcher going out for a 4th inning of work. That's only happened twice. The first time was yesterday. Wang Zhang pitched 4 innings against the Bombers. Other than that, Zhang and Judy Shuo are the only 2 pitchers to even have 3 inning outings, and they have 1 apiece.
And it's especially interesting for how efficient Shuo Zhidi had been, as the first pitch is popped up in the air in the shallow infield grass. It'll be caught by Li Ning for out number 3. A quick inning and a quick 2 outs for Wei, the new pitcher. And that's 12 straight retired for the Canada A's offense, who has been left dormant since their leadoff double back in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Team China over the Canada A's after 4. We'll be right back here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in 3s, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
After 4, Team China still leads it 1-0 between the 2 pitchers that have kicked off things for Team China, Shuo Zhidi and Zhao Wei. It's been 12 straight retired since the leadoff double by Juan Francis. The first pitch bends in and misses for ball 1 to Wu Kirui in his second plate appearance. His first one now against Anthony Cias. He tries to lay down a bunt down the third baseline. Unsuccessful there. Tries to get on the easy way with his speed. There is a change defensively. Deontay Jackson is scratched and gives way to Tyler Fogue out there in right field. That is the only defensive change we have noticed. So Deontay Jackson ends his day going 0 for 1. Next pitch is fouled into the parking lot on the third base side. It's a 1-2 count on Woo Kirui. The past 4 innings for Team China, they have gotten their leadoff man aboard somehow, some way. Next pitch misses low and outside. It's ball 2, and only once of those 4 attempts have they gotten one to come around to score, bringing them to a 1-0 lead. Only 3 hits to speak of in this game, too. Give credit to Team China as the next pitch is fouled. Same way, third base side over the bleachers. The count remains 2-2.
And part of that, give credit to Donnie Goods. He found himself in a couple jams, a couple free passes, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. But he managed to work his way out of it every single time. When he would lose the zone, he'd just figure it out and find it and dial up the strikeout pitch when he needed it. It was great work by him.
Another foul ball there. Count remains 2-2. The pitch misses in the dirt. Now a full count. Anthony Cias has to be careful of those aforementioned 4 leadoff base runners. 2 of them were free bases. There's strike 3. Heading to first was Woo Kirui, but he gets locked up on a nice pitch on the outside corner, cutting in at 70 miles per hour from the lefty Cias. The first leadoff man by Team China retired all game. That brings up the leadoff spot, Liang Pei, who is that lone run of today. 1-0, Team China. First pitch misses low and outside. It's ball 1 on Pei, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. This one on the ground towards Ruda at third base, who backhands it. Fires on to first across the diamond for out number 2.
A's pitching making quick work of the bottom of China's lineup from that 6 to 9 spot, a combined 0 for 7 with 5 Ks or 6 Ks. 2 of them or 3 of them looking, and there's just 1 walk by Curry to speak of.
Li Ning from the left side takes his next at-bat. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 coming into this appearance today. Both pitches were put in play, but everything's relatively been in the infield for Team China. This one's hit towards the second baseman, Simon. Fires onto his buddy at first, Stan King, for out number 3. After a long battle to get the first strikeout and the first leadoff man out, it ends up being a 1-2-3 inning to kick things off in the 5th. Heading into the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. Team China leads over the Canada A's here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom of the 5th. It sounds like a broken record. It's still 1-0. Team China, who scored in the top of the 1st, holds that lead over the Canada A's, the battle for the number 1 seed to conclude their 2025 California Winter League regular season. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton here at historic Palm Springs Stadium. For the Canada A's, their offense has been stuck in park. The past 12 batters have been retired in order by Team China. Zhao Wei got it done quickly as he came in to relieve Suo Zhudi in the middle of the 4th inning. There's a swing and a miss by Jorge Colon. Kicks things off here. An 0-1 count to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Zhao Wei only needed 3 pitches to get the final 2 outs of the 4th inning. Both fly balls. There's a big swing and a miss. Absolutely fooled him as Colon was looking fastball on that one. He falls behind 0-2. Colon, he hit a bit of a slump. He's improved significantly since last Wednesday, going 5 for 13. 3 strikeouts and 5 walks coming into today, but there's a strikeout there. He rung him up, froze him, and he knew it. 13 straight batters retired. 4 strikeouts on the day for Team China's pitching staff. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th on a 3-pitch strikeout. Brings up Matthew Warren. First pitch misses outside for ball 1, first ball of the inning. First ball actually out of the hands of Zhao Wei in his 4th batter faced of this appearance. The lefty Wei fires a 1-0. This one misses just below the knees. It's quickly 2-0. A very similar game the last time these two faced. It was a 1-1 game until Matthew Warren sent one over the wall to put apart the A's over Team China in their victory on the 3rd of February. Matthew Warren now behind, or rather ahead, 3-0. Wei is the one that's behind. At risk of giving up the first base runner since the leadoff double by Juan Francis in the bottom of the 1st. There's strike 1 called as Matthew Warren takes a deep breath and steps out of the batter's box. He'll have a green light here if he finds a fastball he likes. Zhao Wei nods at a sign. Now the 3-1. Curveball bends into the zone. A beautiful comeback pitch there. And it's a 3-2 count. Just some great movement, a tight curveball there, tight breaking ball. Wei, now the payoff pitch. This one foul, tipped off the end of the bat. Almost a strikeout there as Warren was reaching for it. He's trying to protect in kind of a contact swing mode. Count's still full, nobody on, 1 out. The A's trailed Team China by 1 run. Next pitch hits at the knees as Warren sends his bat towards the on-deck circle, thinking he got himself a walk. 14 straight retired and 2 straight strikeouts for Zhao Wei on back-to-back backwards Ks.
And Warren's just trying to find it right now. He got hit by a pitch against the Blue Sox, but other than that, he hasn't got a hit in his last 3 games. He was awesome to start the season. Had a 7-game hitting streak, was on base in 10 in a row.
Tyler Fogue steps up for Deontay Jackson in his first at-bat. He came in defensively in the top half of last inning. Or rather, the top half of last inning. He swings and misses at strike 2. And now at risk of being the final strikeout victim to strike out the side, Tyler Fogue, who leads the league in strikeouts, sitting at 19, does not want to get his 20th before the regular season ends. The 0-2. This one on the ground towards the right side. It's picked up by the face of Yu Yang. He'll flip on to his pitcher, Zhao Wei, for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. That is 4 straight 1-2-3 innings for Team China as they retire 15 in a row. And again, the Canada A's just have not been able to figure out these 2 pitchers for Team China. As that concludes 5 innings, 1-0 Team China into the 6th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching. Rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Heading into the 6th inning, Anthony Cias will face a pinch hitter in the DH spot. Replacing Chen Jiaji will be number 71.
Lu Yun.
Lu Yun, batting from the right side. One of the newer guys, Lu Yun, gets to see some play time here in their 1-0 advantage. Team China has held it since the top of the first over the Canada A's. It's an 0-1 count on a called strike. Next pitch fouled into the screen. It's quickly 0-2. Anthony Cias into his 3rd inning of work. His next pitch will be his 29th. Actually, sorry, his 30th. As it misses inside for ball 1. It's a 1-2 count on the new batter.
And this has been Cias' specialty. He's got 2 outings as he strikes him out there of middle relief of 3 or more innings. He's been able to provide length for this A's pitching staff.
It was a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Jed Downham for another strikeout for Anthony Cias. His 4th of the day, and out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. The next pitch, and the first pitch is served into the glove of Dane Simon at second base for a line out. For out number 2, a quick out number 2. Brings up Lee Yu Yang, who has gotten on base twice today, a hit by pitch and a single. Both times in a leadoff spot. He pops this one up early. Cias is off the mound. He gives way to Matthew Ward, who's now in the game for Jed Downham. And there's out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning again for Cias. Back-to-back innings where he's done so. And we send it to the bottom of the 6th. The Canada A's, will they get on base? Is the question heading into their 6th inning of appearance where they trail 1-0 to Team China here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Zhao Wei back on the mound into the bottom of the 6th, where the Canada A's have been retired in order through the lineup, almost 2 times through the lineup, actually, as 15 straight batters have been retired following the leadoff double by Juan Francis, the only person who has reached base for the Canada A's against Team China today in the final game, their final game of the regular season today. It'll be Matthew Ward, who came in defensively in the top of this inning to replace Jed Downham, who finishes his regular season 0 for 1 against Team China. There's strike 1 as it sails over the surface of home plate. Matthew Ward was 0 for 3 with a strikeout against China his last time he faced him. He's facing Zhao Wei this time as the next pitch cuts in on him. Misses for ball 1. Matthew Ward batting .273, has had 2 hits in his previous 10 at-bats, but both of those hits were RBIs. Trying to pick up his bat here as he enters today's game. Next pitch misses inside. It's ball 2. A 2-1 count on Matthew Ward. Into the bottom of the 6th. Only 3 hits on the game so far. Nobody has gotten a hit since the 4th inning, as there's a pitch that's lined into the Canada A's dugout. It's a 2-2 count. Having to get out of the way there are everybody congregating in front of the A's dugout. On the third base side, double-barreled bullpen for Team China. I'd expect this to be the final inning for Zhao Wei. Sits comfortably at a 2-2. This one hit over the head of Kirui at shortstop into left field, and finally, breaking up 15 straight batters retired, the Canada A's have gotten a man on base. Their second hit of the day, and a leadoff man at that, to bring up another pinch hitter in Grayson Moeller, who ends Daisuke Fukuda's day, a straight switch at the DH spot. The lefty Moeller steps up to the plate to face another lefty on the mound. Grayson Moeller awaiting his first pitch. He takes it low and outside for ball 1. Grayson Moeller is 12 for 34 on the season, a solid .353 hitter. Did not face off against Team China in the February 3rd game. Does have 11 strikeouts, though, something to watch out for. The third baseman, Ming Jing, cutting in as this one's hit down the left field line, and that should get down for a base hit. Back-to-back base hits as Matthew Ward heads to third. It's a double following the single to kick things off here in the 6th inning for the Canada A's. Their go-ahead run is now in scoring position, and that should be the day for Zhao Wei. Coming out to the mound is Li Wei, the manager, and he'll likely grab the ball and try and nip things in the bud here. Actually, we'll see how long he talks to his current Hillsman. But an exciting turn of events for the Canada A's as they finally found something going for them. Grayson Moeller going the other way, taking it down the left field line. And he will leave in Zhao Wei. Massive opportunity for the Canada A's, their best all game.
A little bit surprised they're leaving Wei in, because in the bullpen right now, it's arguably the best pitcher in the Winter League, Alan Carter, warming up.
We'll see if Wei can hold the line and keep the game with the 1-0 advantage for Team China as the infield is drawn in, attempting to cut the run here. Runners at second and third. And the pitch to Juan Francis, now batting from the right side, takes ball 1 low. Juan Francis, one of the now 3 hits of the day for the Canada A's. He calls for time to chat with Paul Nochi. He'll actually need an interpreter in Alejandro not Alejandro Izquierdo. Alejandro Izquierdo is actually in the pen right now. Juan Francis is not a natural English speaker. That translator, Jorge Colon. I knew it didn't look like Izquierdo. Izquierdo has translated for us in talking to Juan Francis before. It's a 1-0 count. Fastball misses below the knees. It's a 2-0 count on Juan Francis. Not only is it dangerous, if Francis can get something past the drawn-in infield to potentially get the lead, but Juan Francis can certainly fly around those bases as well. Bottom of the 6th, no outs, and the 2-0 count is fouled into the plate for strike one.
And right now it feels like this might be the game for the A's. They've got the top of the lineup up, and it just feels like they're getting ready to burst. They were shut down by the chill yesterday, and so far China has got them scoreless, but they've got 2 on now at the top of the lineup.
2-1 now to Juan Francis. The pitch misses just at the knees for ball 3. At risk of loading up the bases, and I imagine if that happens, they'll turn to Alan Zhang Carter in the bullpen, the righty. Dane Simon in the on-deck circle. Way collects at the chest and fires the 3-1. A big swing and a miss. A lucky break there fools him. A nice breaking ball. Gets the count to 3-2.
And if they need to, yes, Alan Carter is ready. He just threw his final warm-up pitch. He's just sitting there in the bullpen waiting for the call.
Now the 3-2. This one off the end of the bat, up the middle, that gets through. That'll score Ward. Coming around and being held actually at third is Moeller, as the throw made down to second is not in time for the speedy Juan Francis, who gets himself an RBI base hit and ties up the game. Beautiful work, as that'll be it for Zhao Wei. It's 1-0, folks. Alan Zhang Carter coming into the game. We'll tell you more about him when we come back after these brief messages here. Things are getting interesting in the bottom of the 6th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Bottom of the 6th and the third pitching change for Team China out of necessity, as the Canada A's have bounced back after 15 batters retired in a row. It's been 3 straight base hits from Matthew Ward, Grayson Moeller, and Juan Francis, who got the RBI single, advanced on the throw. 1-all in the bottom of the 6th, nobody out, with 2 runners in scoring position for Dane Simon due up to face the new arm, one of the best arms in the California Winter League. It's going to be Alan Zhang Carter, an American-born player, one of the rare American-born players on Team China, has played affiliated ball and has some of the highest velo we've seen. He can typically reach around 94, 95 on his fastball.
Yeah, he played in the World Baseball Classic. Again, we've seen that big fastball. He can bully hitters with it. He's coming off back-to-back outings where he's allowed an earned run, but those are the only 2 earned runs he's allowed. He's been in the Blue Jays and Angels system. He's possibly the best arm out here.
In treacherous waters still for Team China as there's a big swing and a miss. The fastball cuts up and in on Dane Simon. Gives it an uppercut punch, but falls behind 0-1. He's 0 for 2 coming into this at-bat. The infield still drawn in as the go-ahead run, Grayson Moeller, stands at third. Next pitch misses even further in as Dane Simon lifts his bat and watches it go into the glove of Li Ning for an even 1-1 count. Sun's starting to shine a little brighter here as the Canada A's have awoken, as they tend to do down the stretch of games. The 1-1 misses low and inside. It's ball 2 on another fastball there, cutting inside out of the arm side run of Alan Zhang Carter.
And Carter's got a slider and a changeup here. Don't be surprised if he tries to get a chase with that slider.
The 2-1 on the ground gets past Ming Jing at third base. That'll score the go-ahead run. The throw in keeps Francis at third. It's 2-1 Canada A's on the RBI single by Dane Simon. Oh, how quickly things can turn around here in the California Winter League.
Great job by Simon. He found a rare miss from Alan Carter, 93-mile-an-hour fastball right over the heart of the plate, and he took it, turned on it, and got an RBI single.
So now there will be runners at the corners. Still nobody out for Sam Ruda. First pitch is hit down the third base line, goes foul for strike 1.
And Joey, this is the matchup that a lot of us around the ballpark have been talking about, that we wanted to see the biggest arm against one of the most powerful bats in the Winter League.
Power on power here. Sam Ruda 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. There goes Dane Simon towards second. The pitch misses outside. The throw down is in time. Nice throw down by Li Ning to get the connection to his shortstop, Kirui, and out number 1 finally recorded this inning. Beautiful work there, but still danger with a runner at third as the Canada A's have taken the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Sam Ruda now the 1-1. The pitch misses up and outside. It's 2-1 on the big lefty out of West Point. Good amount of space between the center fielder and the right fielder, Pei and Yi. The 2-1 lifted in the air towards left field. Coming in is Dunan. He'll grab it with some forward momentum. Juan Francis running in, and it almost drills him in the back. The throw is not in time despite the fantastic throw from left field. It's a sacrifice fly. And an RBI for Sam Ruda. The third run of the game comes across the plate. It's 3-1 Canada A's.
Just a good at-bat by Ruda. He takes a fastball in on the hands, cuts down the swing a little bit, and goes the opposite way just deep enough with a good arm out there in left field to score Juan Francis from third.
With his speed, you knew he was getting in, regardless of how drawn in Dunan was with that forward momentum. It'll be Stan King now with bases clear. He fouls this one into home plate for strike 1. The Canada A's, who kicked off this inning with 4 straight hits, now take the lead 3-1 over Team China late into this contest. Alan Zhang Carter sets and now fires the 0-1. It misses outside for ball 1. Team China will need to grab some bats as they head into the 7th. Up next, it'll be Luo Jinjun to lead things off, followed by Dunan and Zhang Mingjin, barring any changes, as there's a swing and a miss for strike two. A 1-2 count on Stan King, who's 0 for 2 coming into this at-bat. Carter sets again at the chest. The 1-2. Misses high for ball 2. Stan King, a strikeout victim earlier today. Now a chance to carry things on here with 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. For the second time today, he is a strikeout victim. Alan Zhang Carter gets the 3rd out, 3 straight outs. But the Canada A's come back scorching. 4 straight hits and 3 runs on the board in the bottom of the 6th. They take the 3-1 lead over Team China as we send it to the final inning of regulation. We'll see how Team China responds when we come back. It'll be Alejandro Izquierdo on the mound for the Canada A's here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We send it to the 7th as things have turned around drastically. The Canada A's have taken a 3-1 lead as in the bottom of the 6th they break a 15 plate appearance streak of scoreless baseball and get 4 straight runners aboard with hits. Excellent turnaround for the Canada A's, who have always shown some late signs of life in any contest that they're in. And they send in a closer in Alejandro Izquierdo with a save opportunity. He'll face Luo Jinjun, Dunan, and Zhang Mingjin as far as we are to understand it. Actually, it'll be Yang Jin. There's the barring the change line there. I gave myself some leeway. Yang Jin steps in, and he'll face off against the 19-year-old from Florida. Izquierdo gets the first pitch low for ball 1. Izquierdo typically likes his slider-sinker combo. Doesn't typically go to the fastball that often. The righty kicks and fires. The next pitch is fouled off, and it'll get out of play. Even things up at 1 apiece for Yang Jin in the top of the 7th here. Team China trying to strike back and finish the regular season on a high note before both of these teams will get a couple days off ahead of the semifinals, which both of them have locked down for Saturday. The 1-1. This one in the air towards center field. Francis doesn't have to move much. He'll make the grab casually for out number 1. Alejandro Izquierdo, one of the best closers in the California Winter League. Somebody you can really rely on. He's got 2 saves on the season. This could be his 3rd. It's his 8th appearance. And we've also seen him work really well from the starting position, where he has told me he's very natural and leaning towards if that is the option coming into the playoffs. He did throw 6 innings in his first start with 72 pitches. Very efficient, as I believe this is another change here. Looks to be Xingwen Bin. We're wondering if we'd see this guy today. As he fouls this one back. It's an 0-2 count on Wenbin. Trying to throw in some late luck if Li Wei can get his way. The 0-2 on Wenbin. This one off the end of the bat, and Wenbin stays alive. 0-2. Alejandro Izquierdo trying to close the book on the 2025 regular season. Get the Canada A's into the #1 seed heading into the playoffs. The triple leg kick. This one softly off the end of the bat towards the shortstop Colon. Fires a strike onto first, and there's out number 2. I believe this will be Hu Tianwan, 3 straight switches. I kind of anticipated these two. Tianwan, typically a leadoff man who got a little bit of rest after getting hit in the leg yesterday, I believe. But one of the best on-base percentages in the California Winter League. He takes strike 1. Hu Tianwan leads the league in walks. He's patient. 18 of them this season. Takes the next pitch high for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. The last opportunity for Team China as they trail 3-1 to the Canada A's. A late comeback. And Alejandro Izquierdo trying to say goodnight. The 1-1 is in there for strike 2. And now just 1 strike away from closing the book on the regular season for the Canada A's and ending it with a potential win. The 1-2. Misses just off the plate. It's a 2-2 count on Hu Tianwan. Had 2 walks the last time he faced the A's. Did not record an official at-bat. The 2-2 from Izquierdo misses low and in the dirt. Nice stop there by Matthew Ward. The count runs full. The scenario that a lot of people dream of to try and get the save opportunity on a full count with 2 outs here. The payoff pitch. This one hit, and it gets into the glove of Dane Simon at second base. A line out. Finishes the game and finishes the regular season for these 2 teams, these 2 amazing teams that should be credited with having such an incredible season this year. The Canada A's now defeating Team China 3-1. Izquierdo will get the save. A fantastic comeback. And after the offense was just absolutely left in park in the first inning, Juan Francis got the leadoff double. They did nothing with. The next 15 batters retired in order, but a jolt of energy in the 6th. They come back from the dead. Team China finishes the season on a loss. They fall to 14-4. The Canada A's advance to 13-3 and lock down the #1 seed heading into the playoffs. Great work all around, great pitching all around. We'll sum it up for you when we come back here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We'll wrap this up quickly as we got some postseason baseball due up in about 45 minutes. But for this game, concludes the season between the two titans of the California Winter League. The Canada A's come back and beat Team China in the final game of the regular season, 3-1, the final score. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton, 7 hits in this game, 4 of which came in that impressive 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th, where it was led off with a single from Matthew Ward, a double by Grayson Moeller, an RBI single by Juan Francis. He had 2 hits on the day, and the RBI single by Dane Simon to get the go-ahead run. They added an extra one just in case. What the heck? And Alan Carter, who comes into the game to try and alleviate the pressure, does not do that. And he gets the loss today. The winning pitcher goes to Cias, who gets his 5th win of the season in just 7 games played. 5-0 now on the season. Izquierdo gets his 3rd save of the season. No errors in this game. A clean game defensively. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. But final thoughts, Stephen Buxton.
Yeah, it was almost a mirror image of the first time these two teams faced. Pretty similar score. The first time around it was 2-1. Now it's 3-1. But it was an absolute pitching clinic for the first 5 innings. The A's just showing that never say die attitude. They couldn't find it. They had the leadoff hit by Juan Francis and then just got mowed down by Chinese pitching, but they never quit. They kept going at it, and finally in the 6th, it clicked. 4 hits. They finally put 3 runs on the board, and they come all the way back, and what's become a trend now, some more late-inning magic by the A's. And for Team China, I mean, there's nothing to really hang your hat on. It was fantastic from start to finish, but Donnie Goods did his job. He got into jams in and out of them, able to keep them in the game, and then the A's bullpen was just fantastic again. Anthony Cias has yet to really put out a dud out there, and then Alejandro Izquierdo with just 1 earned run against him on the season puts up another 0 and possibly the biggest one of the season.
Anthony Cias with the win, went 33 pitches in 3 innings. I think the big thing to point out is that Team China left 4 on base. The A's only left 1, that one being back in the 1st after the leadoff double by Juan Francis and 3 straight strikeouts by the starter Shuo Zhidi. An incredible finish to an incredible season for both of these guys, but the Canada A's will finish the California Winter League season as the number 1 seed heading into the semifinals, where they will face off against the winner between the Chill, who will be the 3 seed, and the winner of the next game we have coming up between the Grizzly and the Bombers in the wild card game. Get ready and get excited, folks. We got playoff baseball when we come back. But for now, this will do it for us here. The Canada A's defeat the Team China 3-1. It is so great for you to tune in, but now it's time for us to tune out. For now, Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton,